Hi guy, time for another package video. But a couple of parcels arrived. This is the only big one left because I was in a rush to open the others. A few games on, but I'll get to them later. One that did arrive, I've been waiting for absolutely ages for because of all sorts of problems, is Mega Man 4 on the NES. Pain in the arse getting the seller to actually send it out because he was on holiday or something when he listed it, and then when he finally got back, he sent it to somebody else who had bought Mega Man 2 or Mega Man 3 or something. He claimed his wife had mixed it up, and anyway, long story short, I finally got it today after 2 weeks of waiting, and I'm happy to say it's in excellent condition, and it's a UKV code. I mean, it only cost me £12 in the end, which I was chuffed to bits with because it's usually a £20 title. But yeah, one other thing I did do, I sold the PS3 over the weekend. I was just going to sell it on a forum and hope for the best, but a guy at works had heard I was grumbling about packing it away and said he'd pay me a nice wad of cash for it. So no fees involved. It went out yesterday, and I'm quite happy to have a nice wad of cash. But to replace it, I went down the route and bought a black Wii with Wii Motion Plus, you know, and one of those. I've got it here actually. You can show I haven't actually used it. It's one of these classic controllers for the retro side. I only realised after I'd bought it that it's not like the PS3 or the 360. The games, once you bought them on one system, it's locked to that system. And I'd bought loads of retro titles about, well, it's been 2 years the last time I had one. I was a bit gutted to find out that that's it. You know, once that machine's gone and the account's wiped, you can't buy them for any, you know. So you can't report them onto any other system, which I was able to do in PS3 and with my 360 when that died a death about a year and a half ago. So yeah, that was a bit annoying, but it came with Tiger Woods and a copy of, I think it was Mad World. I've not played Mad World yet because I got the Wii's plugged into that crappy small TV. And I've still not received the component leads I bought for it, so I don't really want to play the games too much on the. It looks awful on the Sky. You can't see it on here, obviously, because it just doesn't work with the camera to right. But yeah, I didn't really want to play too many games. So I've just been sticking to Tiger Woods, but I've actually been having a hell of a lot of fun because you can use the pads. I'm just going to start opening this box actually whilst I'm talking crap. But yeah, you can. What was I saying? I forget now. I'm not rewinding the camera. Anyway, Tiger Woods, brilliant game. With that Wii Motion Plus stuff. I mean, I play golf myself. I couldn't play it last year because of my dodgy leg, and the weather's been too crap really this year to go out. But I know what it's like to hold a golf club. I know what it feels like to take a swing. And with the old Wii on just the standard controller, you just couldn't do it. You know, it just didn't feel right. But with this Motion Plus, bloody hell, it is honestly, it's like a revelation. The games are just brilliant with that unit plugged in. And it is difficult to take if you play it as you should do with all the what I was setting the options. It feels like a proper, you know, you can do the stance properly, do a proper swing, and it reacts properly. And it was, you know, it was just boom, a bulb went off in my mind, and that, you know, that's it. The Wii suddenly becomes a brilliant system to me, which was quite sad really. But yeah, I'm enjoying it immensely, guys. I did want quite a few of the retro games because I went and bought. I'm not sure now, I can't remember. This is the second take of this video, guys. This is probably why I'm getting a bit confused. It's the camera ran out of battery before. And anyway, I got this classic controller, which was they had one 20 quid brand new, or I think it was 13 quid second hand in games. So I went for the second hand one. I had no games to play it with because I went and bought a Super Nintendo, which has arrived in this massive box. Came with a load of games. It was 30 quid buying that, absolute bargain, with like 6 quid postage and packaging. And the games it came with were F-Zero, Super Kickoff. I'm not a football fan really, so it'll be interesting to play. Super Mario Kart, which is why it was such a bargain, because that's usually £10 or £15 a time for the kart alone. International Superstar Soccer. You're probably sitting there going, why is he buying retro games again? Street Fighter 2, Super Soccer again, So not really. I mean, the only football game that ever really interested me was what's it called, Sensible Soccer, and Sensible World of Soccer with the management side, which is actually quite a lot of fun. It wasn't a very boring management game, and you don't really need to know anything about football to enjoy it. Super Mario World, classic game. Super Tennis. And Starwing. This system was an absolute bargain. If I'd have bought this separate, I'd have been looking to pay around 50 to 60 quid, but to see it at 30 quid with postage at 6 quid, with a couple of pads as well, some sort of weird, I don't know what this is, called an SN Pro pad. Classic controller, so you can't go wrong there. And that's pretty much it. And there's the old SNES system. I know some of you will be panicking and saying, "Oh my God, he's bought a PAL system." But I'm not a madman. The only reason I wanted a SNES again, because as some of you all know, I started having pretty much cleared out most of my retro gear beside the Amiga and a few bits in the past month or two. I was listening to the Digital Cowboys podcast. Now, I've been listening to that for a couple of months. I've been going off it a bit recently because I don't like one of the hosts. I think it's Alex, the one who's really full of himself. It just might as well. It's not as if any of them are going to watch this show, but he's so full of himself, and it just annoys me sometimes. I've only come to realise this recently. I mean, when I really liked the show when I listened to the Games Master section like last year. Really started to get into it, but as time went on, I enjoyed listening to Tony because he's quite knowledgeable, but he's quiet and he doesn't. He seems shy at first, and as the time has gone on, he's really come out into his own. But the other guy, Alex, is so. I don't think he's doing it on purpose. He's just so full of himself, and there are times when he's really arrogant, and it just gets on my nerves. And it just comes out now and again. But luckily, not all the time, but it just comes out, and it puts me off the show from time to time. Like he does something called I think it's Gonzo Gaming, which is just him talking. Because of that, I just don't like it. When it's him and Tony can sometimes elbow his head down a bit, you know. just sorry. Like I said, I don't want to have a go. That's just my quandary with the show. But luckily, because they get such good guests on it, it does even it out. And then about 2 weeks ago, they did like a Zelda special. Have I just shown this on the bloody camera? What was my head going? I had to get this. It was the one game as a kid I could just never get. Because, you know, I just didn't have money back then. 12, 13 when the Zelda games came out, and I used to go to this like this game shop, which was basically a printing shop which sold like Mega Drive and SNES games as a sideline, and they had this female assistant. She's about 25, and she would just play games all the time while she was working there when there was no jobs to do. So I would literally call in on the way home from school and watch these games, and that's when I first saw that Zelda game. And Monkey Island 2, by the way, that was my first, that blew me away. But yeah, I could just never get my hands on a copy of Zelda after that because there was no internet, it was all mail order, and Zelda was a very expensive title at the time, and by the time I'd saved up enough money, I was literally coming out of like the Spectrum area where everything was like £5 or £6, maybe the big expensive title was £10 a time. So when you spent £40 to £45 on a game, you had to be sure. And but things like Mario World, Mario Kart, those were my sort of games. Literally because you would buy them and you would get value for money for them. So I never really got a chance to buy Zelda because every time something would come up, I'd be tempted away with something else because it was just a real shame at the time. And because of that, I've never really completed A Link to the Past, and I really am a huge Zelda fan. I completed 1 and 2. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and I've just A Link to the Past has always been that one in the chain that has just been I'm going to sit down and complete the bloody thing. So yeah. But of course with that, I only wanted the SNES just to play that Zelda game, and I was going to spend about £15–20 tops on the system, and I saw that at 30 quid with all them games, and I thought, that's a bargain. Even if I sell Mario World and Mario Kart, practically the cost of the system paid for. So it looks like I bought a bit of retro again. The guy is quite annoying. He promised me there was a SCART lead in it. That's a very funny looking SCART lead if you ask me, chum. But bloody hell, what is it with these Freaking RF lead. It looks like I'm going to be buying myself a SCART lead on eBay. So yeah, that's it guys. What else did I say I bought? I bought Zelda. Just another NES game, probably all boring y'all by now. It's a mint copy of a Black Label baseball, which is about £1. Again, I will probably, beside testing it originally, I will never do anything else with that. And 10 yard fight, which is another Black Label game. This is Jesus, this looks about the box is awful, usual tatty rubbish, but the cartridge, the label on it is mint. That's an amazing copy. Quite chuffed with that. That's straight for the collection. But again, it's another one off the list, and that was only a couple of quid, so quite chuffed with them. So that's it, guys. Yeah, call it a day there. Update on the NES site. I've done nothing on it this week. I've not had a chance. I've been real. They turned the power off at work on Monday. For 5 or 6 a day, so it'll be next week before it's back on. I just haven't had a chance to get any of the writing done at all, but I've had a couple of guys offering me some and helping out with a few reviews, so as always I'm still looking to our bot, but it's coming along nicely. I got a chance to do some research today. I sat down and watched the Nintendo film The Wizard, which actually isn't as bad as people say it is. What I said, I'm going to watch that, I'm going to do a review of that. I've already done one of Super Mario Brothers, the movie, which will be going on the site at some point, but yeah, I've completed the set of Nintendo, or NES films as it were. But yeah, as always guys, God, how long have I been rambling on for there? I'm going to call it a day there. Thanks for watching and look forward to another video soon.